like to share with you a very disheartening conversation that I had with a new client of mine. She has granted me the permission to share it, and it is my hope that what I'm going to say is a blessing to you the way it was a blessing to her. My client is in her mid-30s. She is an attorney, divorced. She has 2 children, and we were discussing, per her interest, the challenges that she's had in the dating pool. And she said to me, Dr. Seb, I don't understand. She said, I've got a law degree. I'm emotionally intelligent. I am spiritually solid and stable. My children are excellently raised. There's no drama with the baby's father. All of these things are in place, and yet I can't seem to attract high-value men. I said to her, well, what is some of the feedback you've received? And she said, ironically, most of them say that my standards are too high because I have children. I said, oh, really? She said, yeah. She said, I didn't know that was a thing. And I started laughing. I said, dear, unfortunately it is. There seems to be this whole idea floating around, both if you're a male and have children or if you're female and have children. There seems to be this idea floating around that because you have children, that your value is lower. That people with children should not have as many options. The options that they do have should not be of quality, all because you have children. And I want to say to you today that if you are single with children, it does not mean your value is low. We've got to understand the difference between what creates value and what's a preference. There's nothing wrong. I want to be very clear before I say what I say. There's nothing wrong if you are single and don't have children and you don't want to date people who have children. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to. You can do what you want to do. There's nothing wrong if you're single and you don't have children, if you don't want to be involved with people who have children. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? That's a preference. But none of that suggests that your value is greater than the person who may have interest in you who has children. When I listened to her story and I listened to her background, and she was married for over 10 years, low body count. She divulged that information I didn't ask. She had primarily just been with her husband, only a few other people, and again, very smart, intelligent lady. A lot going for her, great career. If you're a man and you're into feminine women and soft feminine women, she's very soft. Her energy was very soft, strong but soft. Checked all of those boxes. But the greatest explanation she could receive from quote unquote high value men is that because she has 2 children, she's asking for too much. I want to say this to men and women without children. Just because you don't have children does not mean your value is higher. In fact, I would say to you that, like that young lady, there are also a lot of men who have children who actually have better value than a lot of the men you're pursuing who don't have children. In fact, she and I were laughing. She was giving me all of these qualities that she has that makes her a high-value woman, and I couldn't disagree with her at all. She brings a lot to the table, and I said to her, you're more valuable than a lot of women who have no kids but have high value or have high body counts or who have no emotional intelligence. What use does it make to not have children and claim you have high value, but you are a regular Plan B purchaser? What use does it make, fellas, to say that because you don't have children, your value's higher, But literally every woman in your community can say they've been to your place and they know what you're about. Value and preference are two totally different things. I can't speak for anybody else. I can say that as a single father with 2 children, I have no doubt my value is 50 times higher than most men that don't even have kids. I'm not saying that out of arrogance. I'm just saying that when you show up whole, spiritually, emotionally, financially, you've got your act together, you're not the community piece. Everybody can't say they've been with you. And you value exclusive relationships and connections with people, that makes you quite valuable. So if people reject me, then saying they're not interested because of kids is a matter of preference, not value. And I'm especially talking to all of you single parents, whether you're a male or female. I do not want you to minimize your value because people don't have a preference for what you have. Just because they don't have a preference for you because you have children does not mean you just deserve anything. I'm here to tell you from firsthand experience, you can be incredibly valuable and marketable, even with children. And don't let anybody else tell you otherwise, because again, the opposite is true. There are a whole lot of people who have no children. They're single, it's just them. Maybe their career is great. Maybe their finances are excellent, but their track record in dating isn't that great. Or maybe they're not emotionally or financially or spiritually whole. Or maybe they have a lot of wounds from their childhood or from relationships, present or past, that they haven't healed from. But not having a kid doesn't make you valuable or make you more valuable. It just means you have a preference. All right. So I know this video isn't for everybody. It's especially for all of the single parents out there who are saying, or have heard rather, I don't count because I have kids. No, you do count. Raise your children. Be whole in every single way you can. Park the car. And understand that when you have a lot to offer, children don't become a burden. They become a blessing to the right person. I hope this made sense. If it did, I want you to type church with 3 R's in the comments. And then remember, you've got 2 jobs. 1, be better today than what you were yesterday. And 2, don't forget what I told you. What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Zeb. Listen, I've been dying to make this announcement for a very long time now, and I'm pleased to say that Inspire Nation has officially launched. Yes, we finally got a Facebook and YouTube community group where we're going to have exclusive content, exclusive shorts, exclusive discussion prompts, where we're going to engage with other people literally around the world who are on the same healing journey that we're on. I need you to go find these pages right now on Facebook and YouTube. Inspire Nation, follow the page, join the group, introduce yourself, and be prepared to link up with literally thousands of people around the world who are on the same healing journey, who are looking for the same resources, and who want to also be surrounded with other like-minded individuals who are growing in the same direction as you are. I'm so excited about this because it's the beginning of some great things I can't talk about right now. Listen, you got 2 jobs. 1, be better today than what you were yesterday. And 2, don't forget what I told you.